Namaste viewers, I Bhumika Desai from Apollo Hospital International Limited, Ahmedabad, welcome you all to this topic on what is obesity and the health risks of obesity. Viewers, the world is facing various health conditions. Obesity is one of them that occurs when a person puts on excessive body weight, consumption of junk food, unhealthy ways of living life, keeping away from physical activities. All these factors pave way for obesity. So on this note, for further detailed discussion, we have Dr. Vanna Sinha ma'am. Dr. Vanna Sinha is a consultant in obstetrics and gynecology department of Apollo Hospitals, Gandhinagar for 7 years. Her special interests are management of high-risk pregnancies, menstrual disorders, adolescent health and cancer prevention. Namaste ma'am.
Namaste. Yes, Bhumika.
So to start with, ma'am, we would like to know what is obesity.
Bhumika very rightly said that obese a person is a person who's very overweight with a lot of body fat.
And what are the general obesity related problems?
See, the day-to-day problems of obesity is weakness, tiredness, inability to do a lot of physical activities, sweating, joint pain, feeling of depression, feeling of neglect and isolation.
And so, what can be the serious health conditions related to obesity?
The most common serious health conditions related to obesity are difficulty in breathing, that is asthma, diabetes, we all know, high cholesterol, high blood pressure. All this will lead to metabolic syndrome, which will lead to heart disease, stroke, osteoarthritis. Also, it can lead to a lot of cancers like bowel cancer, that is intestinal cancer, endometrial cancer.
Ma'am, coming on to the next question, how can I tell if I weigh too much?
See, the most useful indicator is BMI. Everybody has a mobile, everybody can calculate BMIs. It is available on Google. So if your BMI is between 20 to 24, then you are a healthy individual. Slightly higher than that, that means you are tending to be overweight, and above 30 is severely obese. Even better and an easier calculator would be your BP is normal, your sugars are normal, HDL cholesterol is above 50, LDL cholesterol is less than 100, and your waist size, is it increasing or decreasing?
Ma'am, are there any pregnancy problems related to this?
That's a very good question, Bhumika. Especially I being a gynecologist, I daily deal with people who are trying to get pregnant, who are anxious to get pregnant, and there are no results. The first commonest problem with being overweight is having menstrual disorder. We all know about the term PCOS, polycystic ovarian disease. It causes less menstruation, mostly scanty menstruation, and people have a difficulty in getting pregnant.
Ma'am, due to obesity, what can be the pregnancy problems that can lead to?
That is a very good question, Bhumika, because I am an obstetrician and gynecologist. Every day in my OPD, I see people trying to get pregnant, anxious to get pregnant, but they are not getting any results. Mostly this is because of obesity. Obesity can also lead to menstrual disorders, polycystic ovarian disease, so they have difficulty in conception. Also, obesity may cause BP and diabetes. So if a patient comes with morbid factors like this, comorbid factors like having blood pressure and diabetes, it makes it difficult for her to carry an uneventful pregnancy. Further, even those who have a very successful pregnancy initially, they tend to get pregnancy related diabetes, that is GTM, gestational diabetes, pregnancy induced hypertension. Their babies tend to be overweight. They will land up in cesarean section. And because again they are having a lot of body fat, the surgical time will be more, blood loss will be more. Patients who are obese will tend to give birth to obese babies. These babies may land up in ICU far more frequently than those having a normal pregnancy.
Ma'am, what is the amount of weight gain during pregnancy?
This is again a very common question asked. In India, we have the tendency of people having ghee ka laddus, dry fruit laddus. So that makes the patient more fat. Okay, and further, if they are filling up their stomach with nariyal pani and ghee ka laddus, they are not having a lot of protein intake. That is pulses, beans, sprouts, salad, which is usually incorporated in their diet. But when the pregnancy comes, They are switching to narel pani and ghee ka laddu, dry fruits, sugary foods. So this is all which has been coming on from generations. So an ideal weight gain in pregnancy would be 12 to 15 kgs. If a person has a normal pre-pregnancy weight, if a person has a lower pre-pregnancy weight, then she can have 12 to 18 kgs of weight. Those who are overweight, they should gain lesser weight, because if they start eating healthy, they would be losing body fat, gaining more of lean muscle mass. So they should not gain more than 7 to 8 kgs.
Ma'am, these days we are hearing a lot about childhood obesity. So if you could please throw some light on that.
Yes, this is a new term which is coming to the fore. Nowadays the children are tending to be obese, not healthy. People do not have 4-5 children, so all the concentration is only on one child. The buying capacity is more. The parents are also working. They do not have a lot of time to spend. We are not living in joint families. So the children do not have really many friends to go out and play. They are watching a lot of TV, eating a lot of junk food. Also when they go to the hotel and restaurants, home food is a no-no, an absolute no-no in the birthday parties. So they would like to go out with their friends. So a lot of computer games, a lot of sugary fruits, chocolates, availability of different kinds of chocolates, pastries, shops, these are all causing obesity. The complications of this early obesity is that these children will be having diabetes, will be having blood pressure, they will be isolated from the group, they will not feel like going out, they will be psychosocially dependent on only few people, only true friends, they will not like to dress up, they will land into depression socially. So there are a lot of things involved in childhood obesity. Unfortunately, the childhood obese people also have obese parents. So their lifestyle is also the same. Even their parents are obese and their food habits are also very bad. So we need to make these children exercise. Ask them to walk or play for at least 60 minutes a day. Nowadays, again due to peer pressure, everybody wants their child to do well. So children are playing less and less outside. This corona has also increased this problem.
Ma'am, now we would like to know the most common causes of obesity.
See, the obesity thing is caused basically by eating too much and exercising too little. So every man needs not more than 2500 calories per day. An adult woman would need 2000. So if you are crossing that limit per day, you will tend to get obese if you are not burning it out by exercising. 2500 and 2000 may seem much, but a simple hamburger, a packet of french fries with milkshake, that is around 1200 to 1500 calories. So the calorie count has to be done. Secondly, again including the calorie part, it is poor diet. We are eating out, we are having a lot of sugary foods, we are having a lot of junk food, eating large amount of food. We are going to parties, we are going to unlimited restaurants, there is peer pressure because everybody is eating more, so you are also eating more. Drinking too much sugary drinks also includes alcohol, which has again become a fashion, and comfort eating. As you grow obese, you tend to become isolated, secluded. You don't want to dress up, you don't want to go out. So when you are at home, you roam about, have a packet of chips, have a packet of biscuits, have one pack of ice cream. And again, as I said, buying capacity and availability of all the food at your doorstep has increased this problem. Lack of physical activity was another thing I said. Eating too much and exercising too little. We are all tired, we are all overworked. So when we come back, there is no socializing. Everybody wants to sit in the front of TV, play video games. So any average adult should exercise for at least 30 minutes per day, at least 5 days a week. They should start from very small things. I'm not asking somebody to do power yoga. Start walking, start swimming, start dancing, interact with your kids. Only once you are able to tolerate a 30 minutes exercise without feeling breathless, without feeling tired, then only you should join a gym. Then only you should go for a power yoga. Some of the medical reasons can also be there for obesity. Some people say it's in their genes. Not always. There are only few genetic disorders which can cause obesity. Some medicines, yes, they can cause obesity, like oral contraceptives, some steroids. But then you have to discuss with your doctor that what are the side effects of how much amount of side effects that you are gaining. Then also you should have a weight loss group in your home. That yes, I'm already taking the medicines. Please do not ask me to take that small amount extra. That please take this food extra. We don't have to keep it in the fridge.
Ma'am, how can I lower my risk of having health problems related to overweight and obesity?
See, we have to have a very reasonable and sustainable diet. So for a man, if 2500 calories is essential for a day, they will have to cut it down to 2000. That is cutting 5 to 600 calories per day. Similarly, it goes for women, that is 1400 to 1500 calories only per day. They have to make so everybody doesn't have to have a dietitian. They should have a My Plate model. In this My Plate model, half of it should be sprouts and salads, which have very less calories. They have to substitute all their ice creams and pastries with fresh fruits. They will have to again substitute the cold drinks to lemon drinks, lime water. Then unrefined grains like rice, maida, this has to be substituted with whole wheat. Of course, they can have non-veg, they can have all the vegetables, but the gravy part should be missing. Gravy is nothing but salt, oil, and a lot of masala. So they have to have a sustainable diet. There should be some curd, some soups, some salads. As I said, when you go out in a restaurant, you will have a starter also. You will have a dessert also. You will also finish from somebody else's platter because you don't want to leave that thing. So try to eat at home. So when we take the first portion, our mind knows that how much hungry we are. When we again take a second helping because we are liking the food or there is no place in the refrigerator to keep it, that is gluttony. This is causing obesity. So avoid fat diets. We have heard of girls. We see girls actually in our OPD. Mom, my friend lost this much kg weight in a month. I am also trying to do that. For 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 7 days, 14 days, you can go for an unsustainable diet, a non-palatable diet, something which you cannot eat every day. But after that, you will leave it. So crash dieting and crash gaining weight, you will always regain the weight. We should always avoid regaining of weight. There are some people who are cutting down on calories so much that taking only 600 to 800 calories per day, which is called VLCD, very low calorie diet. That is only going to make you ill, depressed, and after 1 week or 2, you will leave that diet. So why not simply substitute and calorie count? Every mobile can have a calorie count. Again, as I said, that eating too much and exercising very little. Now, whatever you have eaten, you have to exercise. You have to burn it by exercise. As I said, 30 minutes of exercise per day. It can be a very smooth exercise, running, yoga, walking, swimming. After that, you can go to high power exercises. Again, there is another slogan, from couch to 5K. Those people who have not run, you have not jogged for a long, they should start by running only for 5 minutes. So it is a 9-week schedule. Every week you will start your running time by 5 minutes. So by the end of 9th week, you should be able to run or jog continuously for 30 minutes, which will amount to around 5 to 9 kilometers. So this is a slogan raised by youngsters, that is couch to 5K. Just 5 minutes of jog or a full sprint can make you healthy.
Ma'am, now we would like to know the useful strategies.
See, the strategies are very simple. It is the gist of what I have discussed. Set realistic goals. Even if you lose 3% of the weight that you were originally weighing, that is a realistic goal. Don't try to shed weight all of a sudden. You will fall ill, you will be depressed. So have a healthy diet. Cut down on calories, increase on proteins. Eat more slowly. Appreciate what you are eating. Don't go for a gapagap eating that we have to finish this whole meal. This is unlimited restaurant. Do not watch TV. Talk to your elders. Do not take a second helping. Avoid situations where you tend to overeat. Even if it is a friend's party, even if it is an unlimited restaurant, even if you plan to go home, get the things packed and go home so that you can eat at your leisure. Involve your friends and family. There is no shame in saying that yes, I want to lose weight. Please do not offer me a mithai. Do not offer me a chocolate. You should portion yourself. That yes, it is your birthday's chocolate, I am taking it, but I am going to eat it in the evening. And you have to monitor your progress. Make a diary. At least even if your weight is constant and you are not increasing, that means you are in the right direction.
Ma'am, now coming finally onto the last part of it, how would you like to sum up the whole session? Any takeaway messages for our viewers?
The takeaway message is that there is no quick fix from getting rid of obesity. People ask about medicines, they want to order some churans, they ask about surgery. These are all not recommended. Medicine and surgery are definitely not recommended unless there is a life-threatening situation and it is advised by your doctor. You have to work with time, with commitment, with force, with a full diet. Hope to see you in healthier times. Thank you.